Hey there, lovely people. How is your day? Today I am talking to you about detoxification because detoxing is very, very important in this modern day and age. Now, as you may or may not know, I always say that, as you may or may not know, is detox a natural process that your body does all by itself, yes? However, what happens is when we eat a lot of food that's processed, got lots of bad fats, sugars, refined things, when we smoke, when we drink, when we put lots of chemicals on our skin, when we just do things that are somewhat toxic to the body, when we're in work in an environment using lots of chemicals, or when we use lots of chemicals or toxins, heavy metals, depending, a lot of work exposure is quite common for women and for men, but particularly for men. So we get exposed to toxins and chemicals. We take drugs, we take medications that are not natural. These have an effect on the liver. If you're taking any drugs or medications, you always can look inside the box and look at what's the contraindications are or what the side effects are. And the fact that the side effects are such a long list indicates that they are causing problems in the body. And not just drugs, there's all sorts of injections out there nowadays that are full of really, really toxic stuff. So we need to start looking after our body and support our body's ability to detoxify. So let me just close something down here because I think the internet's having troubles once again. So let me explain a little bit about this. With detoxing, what you want to know is that you don't just jump on in and do like a full-on detox, yeah? Because you will get very unwell. If you think of something like, someone who's been taking lots of pharmaceuticals and they're addicted to drugs, or a drug addict or an alcoholic, or someone who's, got a lot of toxic stuff in their body. If they just go stop it, they go what we call cold turkey, right? They can get really, really unwell. And it's the same if you're coming off sugar. It's the same if you're coming off coffee. It's the same if you're coming off all these things. Even though they're toxic and your body doesn't want them, your body's kind of got used to having them. And so when you take them away, you can get really unwell. You're not obviously going to get as unwell as someone who's addicted to like morphine or something like that, but you still have some pretty intense symptoms. And like coffee's a good example. Like people get headaches and they can feel nauseous and tired and grumpy. It's usually only for a few days until the caffeine's out of the system, and then their body gets over the addiction, and then it can start coping and working on its own. So what we want to do is, the first thing you want to know is that there are stages to detoxification. So if you're eating a junk food diet, eating McDonald's, not cooking your own food, drinking lots of alcohol, drinking lots of Coke, smoking, doing any of that stuff, that's the place that you need to start. Yeah. So everyone watching this video is going to be at completely different levels. Other people might be off all the junk and eating a pretty clean diet. And so they don't have to think so much about diet. Maybe once you've done that sort of side of things, you may be more likely to think about getting really clean water, getting rid of all the chemicals in your skincare, all the cleaning products in your house. All that sort of stuff contributes to your toxin load. So you can detox like that as well. So, and then there's other people who've done all that. They've got the clean diet, they've detoxed their house and their environment and all their products and everything that they're using. They're all natural, they're all eco, and they're doing really well. And then it's time to start looking at detoxing the physical body in special ways that naturopaths, we specialize in this. This is the thing that we do really, really well. And this is the stuff that I generally always say people need to work with someone who's experienced, because if you do the wrong thing at the wrong time, for the wrong amount of time, with the wrong products, you can get unwell and you can go, oh my God, that thing just made me really sick. It didn't make me better. Or you may get not very much result. So a little bit of knowledge does not mean that you are going to be able to do this well. If that makes, that's, I don't know what the saying is, like if you don't know much, you just kind of screw it all up. And you think it might not work, but actually if you've just done it wrong because you don't really understand how it works. So with what I wanted to talk about is there's 4 or 5 main organs But they're called the detoxification channels anyway. We've got your liver, your skin, your kidneys, your gut, and your lungs. Yeah, so those are your 5 main toxin elimination channels. However, there's another one that you can actually detox through your hands and feet. I'm going to talk about this soon. But what we want to do is we want to get these elimination channels working properly and releasing and eliminating toxins. So with gut here, like gut is probably the first place to start, because whatever you release from the kidneys or get the liver doing, usually in some level it's going to end up in the gut. So if the gut's not moving or not detoxing, if it's not releasing toxins properly, then you can actually have really bad detox reactions and things like that. You can have the same as if your liver's not working properly. Yeah, so if you start removing heavy metals and chemicals and doing all that stuff, you can break out in your skin because if your liver's not breaking it down and moving it out into the gut. But you can break out in the skin as well if your gut's not working as well. So your liver might be working, but your gut might not be working. So you can see how, if you imagine like all this stuff is inside the cells. Yeah, it's either in the blood, in the lymph, like that's outside of the cells, or it's in your cells. So there's kind of different types of detoxes. You can sort of, when you're inside the body, you're looking at the intracellular or extracellular detoxification. And you can utilize things to move the lymphatic and clean the lymphatic system. You can utilize things to specifically get toxins out of the cells, so heavy metals and chemicals and things like that, special nutrients and herbs and things that work on those. Then you can use herbs and vitamins and nutrients and things like that to focus on the liver, or focus on the kidneys, or focus on the gut, or the lungs if you've got lung problems. So you can see, and you've also got the skin. But generally with the skin, how it works is that the skin will only usually be bad if the gut and the liver and the kidneys are stressed. So usually we work on the gut, the liver, and the kidneys to help the skin. So yeah, there's quite a lot to it. As you can see, I could probably talk about this for I could do a full presentation on just detoxification, probably for quite a few hours. But once you sort of understand that, then you're like, okay, maybe I do need a little bit of support with this. You can do colonics, you can do enemas, you can do juice tent cleansing, you can do fasting. These are all extracellular and somewhat intracellular detoxification processes that you can utilize. But like I said, if you're eating a crap diet, if you're on like addictive substances, if your liver and your gut that aren't working properly, you're not ready to do these things. I don't think. Yeah, some people like, maybe you could do some colonics, that might be okay. That's more of like the gut cleansing. Maybe some enemas, but juice cleansing and things like that, you probably will feel quite unwell. But a little bit of unwell is okay, right? So you can handle a little bit. It's just that you don't want to go like cold turkey off the really bad stuff. So there's lots to know about detoxing. There's, like I said, there's stages and there's months to do it. So if you're doing any like of the last things that I talked about, like the fasting, the juice cleansing, that sort of stuff, then you only ever want to do this in spring. You don't want to do it in winter when it's cold, because these things cool down the body. Everything slows down when you're not eating, and you can make yourself just feel really, really crappy. So we always recommend in spring, and it's interesting because I'm very in tune with my body and all that sort of stuff, and every spring I always feel like doing a little detox. Recently I just did 4 weeks of colonics. First time I've ever done like a set of colonics. Personally, I never really enjoyed colonics, but I just felt like I should go do them, so I did, and it was really, really good. And I ate vegetarian during most of that time as well. So my body just wanted to do a detox, so I did a detox. Yeah, just felt like it wanted to. I didn't want to eat meat. I didn't want to do those things. So you can listen to your body. It's not just, having to think like this. Your body will tell you when you're ready to do something like this as well. So the last thing I wanted to mention is you can use clay. And clay is something that I use a lot with myself and with my clients. And I'm actually thinking of starting to run like detox clinics very soon. I'm just not sure on the dates or the days as yet. I was thinking of doing one on a Tuesday afternoon, like Tuesday morning, where you come in and I'll show you how to do detoxification processes using clay and give you like a detoxing drink. So think of it like a little mini, like a mini morning spa. At the moment, we'll just be doing it at my house. And it won't be that expensive. It won't be like going to like a full spa day. Health spas and things like that, they're nice, but I actually don't know how effective they are. These clays that I use are really, really effective. They literally draw out stuff like the toxins that have been put into your body out through your skin into the clay, and you throw it away. So it's pretty amazing. I've got some pretty cool stories about how clays have helped people over the years. So if you're interested and you want to learn more about how I could maybe help you with some clay detoxification, like a morning detox that you could come to like maybe once a month for 4 months, or maybe you can come once every 2 weeks for like 4 sessions or something like that, put a message down here, because this is something that I'm passionate about doing, and I want to help you guys do it, and would use clays to do this process. You don't have to be working with me. You don't have to be off like drugs and alcohol or anything like that. This would be a really good place to start, because clay works a bit more, well, it's quite strong, but it's also quite gentle. We're not like detoxing your liver or anything like that. We're just literally sucking stuff out through the body, and it's ready to come out. So let me know about that. I'm thinking of holding the first one on the 16th of this month. So coming up soon, in a couple of weeks. So put a little message in there if you think you're interested, and we can send you some information about that. So have a great day. I hope this video worked okay and you can hear me. I just don't know. But anyway, I had to move into a different room today because the other room was busy, full of people. So that's it from me today. If you've got questions, if you want to know more, if you want to learn how to do this stuff, if you want to come along and experience doing some detoxing using clays, send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. If you want support to detox, you're like, holy shit, okay, this is quite complex, it's more than what I thought it was, I'd like your support, then you're welcome to book in a free 30-minute consult, and I can talk you a bit more about how this all works and how we work together and that sort of thing. If you've got a friend who you think this may be useful for, then send them the link to this video. Other than that, have a great day. I'm going to go make some lunch, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Same place, same time, next week, maybe a different room. We'll see. Okay, bye.